Donald Trump was mentioned more than 38,000 times in the latest batch of Epstein files, according to a New York Times review of the Justice Department's Friday public release of some 3 million pages from the sprawling investigation into child sex trafficker Jeffrey Epstein. The president's name appears in an FBI tip sheet several times in abuse allegations, including one in which an unknown source accuses Trump of forcing one of Epstein's victims, presumed to be 13 or 14 years old, to perform oral sex on him approximately 35 years ago in New Jersey. Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche told CNN State of the Union Sunday that the Department of Justice reviewed the files last summer, but did not find credible evidence against the president warranting further investigation. The Trump administration revealed on Friday that it would only release half of the Epstein files, blatantly violating the recently passed law that required the documents' full release some 6 weeks ago and sparking concerns about a governmental cover-up. Nobody fucking cares. Bill Gates is in there. Bill Clinton is in there. Guess who's not in there? Obama, Bush. Nobody cares. We're not going to prosecute anybody. Prince Andrew, who's not Prince anymore. There should be investigations on all these people. Right, left, center, black, white, green. There should be investigations into why he got off in 2008 under the now Labor Secretary who prosecuted him, let him off. Chomsky's even in there giving advice because Epstein was a big donor to MIT. But you know what? Nobody fucking cares. QAnon came up with a conspiracy that said there are pedophiles running our government. Democrats, of course. Lizard people. Well, we're finding out the lizard people are everybody. All these fucking billionaires. Elon Musk sent emails to Epstein seeing if he could join him on the island. Not saying he's a pedo, but he acted like it wasn't a big deal. I didn't go. But you were begging the guy to go. Nobody fucking cares. Everybody turns it in their own fucking spin. Trump is mentioned over 38,000 times. He met his wife, Melania, an immigrant, through Jeffrey Epstein. He was on his plane at least 8 times when he said he wasn't. Pam Bondi said there was a list, and then she said there wasn't a list. FBI Kash Patel, the leader of that, conspiracy theorist, former big buddy with Don Bongino, the jackass. Oh, there was no conspiracy, no child sex trafficking. Nobody cares. Ghislaine Maxwell gets moved from a fucking top security prison to a minimum security prison. This lady was fucking Jeffrey Epstein's right-wing groomer. Why is she in a minimum security facility? Todd Blanche moved her because nobody fucking cares. The reason I bring this up, Davos, the big fucking billionaire fucking group that goes out there and talks about everything around the world. Guess what they don't mention? Affordability. They don't mention climate change, even though our government is currently disengaging with all forms of energy except for oil and gas and nuclear. They are rewriting EPA standards to let chemicals back into our farming. This is all documented. Canceled contracts for wind farms. Nobody fucking cares. I'm for all sources. China is the biggest build-out of all alternative energies. Elon Musk pushes for solar. Tesla is an EV. Elon Musk is a dirtbag, but he's pushing for climate-related things that we can do better. Harness energies from everywhere, especially solar. And our government tears it down, and nobody fucking cares. UAE spy crypto deal with Trump 4 days before our inauguration. A fucking United Arab of Emirates works in the government, was a spy for them, bought 49% of Trump's crypto World Financial 4 days before inauguration. The UAE who's helped sponsor terror. 49%, upwards of 500 million. I've heard 150 million or 500 million, whatever million you want. Hundreds of millions of dollars. With the UAE, with Trump's son's World Financial. And then, after he becomes elected, guess what we do? We give him the chips that Biden had restricted. Guess where those chips go? China. But nobody fucking cares. So this whole new world that Steve Bannon's flood the zone with shit because nobody fucking cares. The ICE in Minnesota murdered 2 people. Nobody fucking cares. Now, Trump was just on Bongino's podcast, the guy who was the assistant to Kash Patel for the FBI, both of them conspiracy theorists. Bongino is an admitted conspiracy theorist because they asked him about it after he resigned from the FBI because he had to work hard for a whole fucking year, was all stressed out. He wanted to go back and make real money pushing conspiracy theories. And they asked him, you said a lot of things when you're on the show. And he's like, well, it's a show. It's kind of what you do. So he's admitted to being a conspiracy theorist, just like fucking Joe Rogan, just like Elon Musk. Now, this guy has Trump on. Of course, Trump's going to be on there. Now, Trump's worried about the election coming up because he's fucking up everything on purpose. He wants to nationalize elections, meaning they won't be run by the state. They'll be run by the federal government. He said, well, we need to do about 15 states. We need to take these over. He's trying to illegally affect the election, but nobody fucking cares. I mean, that's a big fucking deal. This guy said it out loud. Even Bongino was fucking like, oh God, what did you just say? What did they do days before that? They invaded, I'll call it invasion, an FBI raid of the Georgia election from 2020. We're going back to 2020 again, because that's the great conspiracy, not letting off 1,500 or so fucking insurrectionists that went into the fucking White House. He's going to do the raid of all these, and the DOJ is requesting voter rolls from all sorts of states. Why do you think they're doing that? Do you really think there's a conspiracy? Everybody in Trump's first cabinet said there wasn't one. It's not. Now, Fox pushed a conspiracy. They admitted they were wrong. They admitted they lied, and they paid out $787 million to Dominion Voting. Here we are trying to nationalize elections. The FBI raid on Georgia. Pam Bondi pushing for voter rolls from damn near every blue state, of course. Putting up the Department of Justice to try to stop the gerrymandering going on in California because Newsom did it because every other red state was doing it. Neither are right, but that's what you have to do now. It's revenge or copy it. Well, they denied that. What do you think they're doing? But you know what? Doesn't matter what you think because nobody fucking cares. It's ridiculous. The Kennedy Center, now called the Donald J. Trump Kennedy Center, which is failing miserably because they have to rename it, which he's not allowed to do because Congress would have to approve it. But the fucking Republicans don't do anything and the Democrats don't have a vote on it yet. He has to close it down. It's going to be for repairs because nobody's going. Attendance is down 57%. In that case, nobody fucking cares to go because you changed it into a political instrument. They talk about identitarian politics with Democrats. I agree with you. Went too far. The identitarian politics now is coming from the right. You will do just what we want. You will do white nationalist fucking propaganda or you will be shut down. And what do people do? Nothing. Nobody fucking cares. Now, I'm saying this somewhat sarcastically because we know people care out there. Interesting, Ken Griffin, the head of Citadel, a billionaire backer of Trump, is now thinking about running because he is tired of Trump's bullshit. So he cares. He didn't care before. He's like the conservatives' what the fuck episode. Where the fuck were you, Ken? He's upset about the grift. He's probably upset about the grift because he didn't get included on the fucking grift with the Witkoffs and the Lutnicks and the Trump family. and the fucking Qatar deals, and the Venezuela deals, and the UAE deals, and the Saudi Arabia deals, and the Vietnam deals. So he didn't fucking care. Nobody fucking cared before, but he's caring now because it's like, this has gone too far. Little late, Ken. I'm glad you're on board. What the fuck? So Congress brought Jack Smith in. Jack Smith being the one that was investigating Donald Trump for insurrection and for looking at top secret docs and sharing those with anybody that would come over to fucking Mar-a-Lago. Ironclad case. The Republicans are really sad that they brought him on there. He said if they hadn't stopped it, he was going after Trump for insurrection and mishandling of top secret documents. And he said I had an ironclad case and just did a great job explaining it. And I know people care about it, but nobody fucking cares because nothing got done about that. And this guy got fucking elected because Joe Biden let everybody in over the border, and a bunch of people that are coming around who I'm going to talk about next fucking backed the orange ass clown. Jack Smith, I don't believe in heroes, but he's an inspiration. He influences the rule of law. So let's talk about those fucking lackeys that said, they're saying now, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Nobody could have seen this. Like Andrew Schultz, the comedian. You're a fucking idiot. We all saw it. We've been talking about it since 2016. Jackass, you didn't give a fuck. You and Joe Rogan. Oh my goodness, I can't believe they're taking people off the street. Trump said he was going to do it. Who was Trump's behind the scene man? Stephen Miller, who said he wants the population of the U.S. to be 100 million. Basically white people. Nobody fucking cared. I had the podcast about Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, and Andrew Schultz saying, thank you. Thank you for Donald Trump, you fucking idiots. As you laughed and got ratings, and now you're like, oh my God, there's no rule of law. There's fucking quid pro quo. There's fucking Gestapo in the streets. Nobody fucking cared. Oh, now they care. You know what? Come on aboard, right? I'm not going to fucking, I know people make mistakes, but you made the mistake in terms of fucking counting the fucking money and not giving a fuck about normal Americans. Not giving a fuck about Americans in general. Jeff Bezos, one of the richest men in the world, he gave $40 million to Melania. $40 million to make her amazing documentary. Of course, it's failing. It's got the worst Rotten Tomato score ever, and everybody say that's a leftist fucking conspiracy. Bullshit. Speaking of people that they get upset about, she can barely speak English. She's been here for however long. I'm fine with that, but fucking Stephen Miller and the right aren't fine with that because nobody fucking cares. This lady got $40 million. Another $35 million to fucking produce it. The guy who directed the films in the Epstein files was basically kicked out of Hollywood because, I'm not saying he was a pedo, was sexually assaulting women, accused of sexual assault, but nobody cared. Not Jeff Bezos. Now Bezos is tearing down the Washington Post, which we've learned that they're the inside track with the CIA. So the CIA goes to them first because quid pro quo, I gave you 40 million, I'm shutting my mouth. Put tariffs on China, so maybe they'll buy more stuff from Amazon. Think about that. Guy's worth hundreds of billions of dollars, and he can't stand up to a fucking orange ass clown. I'm doing a fucking pod, risking my sanity and privacy, and this motherfucker's going around in a boat that can't fit under bridges and giving $40 million to the fucking Trump family because nobody fucking cares. It's unbelievable. Him and Sanchez going around the world, look how cool we are. It's great. Well, what we learned from the Epstein files, what we've learned, and we should have already fucking known this, but what we've really learned is there's some fucked up individuals that are really, really rich and powerful. Some fucked up individuals. And I'm keeping the pedophilia out of it. Abusing, talking about women. The medical doctor that's on CBS Adia talking about the low-calorie pussy. Now, I understand you could say things behind the scene, but this guy's married and he's got kids, and he's playing around with Epstein after he was already convicted of one fucking sexual assault or sex with a kid under 18. But nobody fucking cares. We'll get away with it. We're billionaires. Left or right. Reid Hoffman, fucking Bill Gates, fucking Donald Trump, fucking Elon Musk, fucking Steve Bannon, fucking Barack from Israel, Ghislaine Maxwell, Prince Andrew. Nobody's going to fucking jail, though, because nobody fucking cares, because they're fucking billionaires. This is no billionaires, no BS. It's great if you make $1 billion, but when you get caught up in this shit, you're a dirty motherfucker. But nobody fucking cares. Tim Cook gave Donald Trump a gold iPad. A gay guy, supposedly a pretty lefty, went in and told him how great he was, sucked his dick. Now, I understand you got to represent your fucking company and save it from the trashing from the fucking quid pro quo Department of Justice, suing CBS, suing this guy, suing that guy, suing this lawyer, shutting down this university. But good God, there's a better balance. Bill Gates in that same meeting praising Trump for how great he is. The gall. I mean, how the Peace Prize? FIFA gives this motherfucker a Peace Prize. FIFA being the head of the World Cup, the head of international soccer. Infantino. They say the greatest grifter ever. And everybody's like, oh my God, this is so awesome. Nobody fucking cares. What the fuck are you doing giving him a Peace Prize? You knew that would fucking get your way. Think about what you have to go through, how you look in the fucking mirror and go, I'm going to go give Donald Trump this Peace Prize. Is meaningless because I know he's not going to get the real Peace Prize because he doesn't deserve it. And he knows he's begging for it. So we've got to appease this fucking monster. That's our president of the United States. And nobody fucking cares. Nobody cares he's in the files. Think about that. Tulsi Gabbard, the head of the NSA. She was a Democrat, then she's a Republican, then she's a Trumper, and now she's head of the NSA. She's down there in the Georgia raid. They also have a big whistleblower about something that she did bad, and it's hidden and they can't get to it. The Department of Justice won't let them get in to see the whistleblower complaint against Tulsi Gabbard. Fuck, there should be so many complaints. But nobody fucking cares. Now they find out, hopefully they're chasing it. But they're going to try to put Barack Obama in prison. That's what they're going after, because he was a conspiracy guy. He did something bad. It's funny, they don't talk about Biden when they talk about the Epstein files. I mean, there's a list too long. And again, I'm going to throw fucking, if you're in the Epstein files, I don't give a fuck who you are. You should be investigated, whether you did anything right or wrong. There are deals going on behind the scenes. There's guys from the UK talking about doing deals, getting money. You may have just went to a dinner and you may have just gotten some money donated. I get it. There's bad people that give, and you can't vet everybody. But anybody in the files, relatively speaking, should be investigated in some way, shape, or form, because whether they like it or not, they are connected to a child sex ring, a pedophile worldwide. And a lot of those people went to the island. A lot of those people were on their jet, including Trump. A lot of those people had meetings with them, went to parties with them. So you should be investigated. Doesn't mean you're going to jail. Maybe the investigation gets turned down because you don't have enough evidence. But remember, we don't have the other side of the evidence because nobody fucking cares. The right now doesn't care about Epstein files anymore. If they came out and fucking proved that Donald Trump was a pedophile, they wouldn't fucking care. That's how far gone MAGA is. I fucking care. Whoever's involved in that. Give me a fucking break. That's why you don't have heroes. That's why you don't have idols. You have aspirations to be like, not idolatry, to totally embrace it. Don't be a fucking cultist, because they don't fucking care about you. Don't be a follower, be a leader. That doesn't mean you have to lead the group. You got to be concerned. You got to be informed. You can't be afraid. You can't have fear. You can't be intimidated. You need to aspire and be an influence. Idolatry, cult, idol worship, heroes, danger, fucking danger. And that's all MAGA is right now. He's a fucking idling worship orange ass clown. No matter what he does, he's not going down until he does. But in the meantime, nobody fucking cares. And obviously there's some sarcasm there, because I fucking care. Whoever's involved, if you do something illegal and you're caught, I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't fucking care about that. I don't fucking care. If you're bad, you're bad. If you're left and you're bad, you're bad. The MAGAs turn this into a fucking blame game on Elon Musk's fucking vitriol X. And it's so easy to troll them on X because they bring up Bill Gates. They bring up Bill Clinton. They bring up Reid Hoffman. They told us that Elon Musk is the greatest. He never went to the island, even though we have emails of him asking to go to the island. Fine. And they don't bring anything up on Trump. Think about that. 38, I've heard up to 48,000 tiles. In this tranche, we still have 3 million other that I'm sure they're burning with the books they're burning in fucking DC because they know he's a fucking bad dude. Whether he was a pedophile or not, I don't know. I would assume yes for Donald Trump because he's not above anything. But nobody fucking cares. Nobody's going to do about it. So when the right bitches about the billionaire leadership class that does bad things, they're right. When the left bitches about it, they're right. They're getting fucking away with it on everything. Give $40 million here, give a gold tablet here, give a peace prize here, make a deal here, get a book deal here, come down to Epstein file here. Nobody fucking cares. Imagine what goes through your mind. So the way that we can care is to pay attention. Get away from idol or hero worship. Have influences, have inspirations. Read. The Epstein files are out there. They're easy to read. There's 3 million of them. You have to read all of them. It's pretty obvious. It's disgusting. Somebody's got to go to jail. More than one. Why is the Department of Justice not going to prosecute? Because they know if they start prosecuting even a Clinton, even a Reid Hoffman, then they know they got to go down that road with their fucking idol, the fucking orange ass clown. So they're going to tread very carefully on this because they open that door and the Democrats win in 2026 in a landslide, then they're going to have to go after their own fucking president. And they know they've lied on the stand about the Epstein files. Imagine lying about the Epstein files. Imagine that. Nobody cares. Eventually people will. Believe me, if 2028 Trump doesn't win, Pam Bondi, Todd Blanche, Kash Patel, Stephen Miller, Steve Bannon, everybody associated with that fucking group is going to beg for fucking pardons. Like the insurrectionist, like the cocaine trafficker. No, the right doesn't seem to care about the cocaine trafficker from Honduras that was pardoned. Nobody fucking cares. And I thank you for watching this episode of The Way Left.